Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to seeing in this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize the Jedi and Sith lore in Episode 9, and exactly how it's going to move the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey forward in this story, from start to finish of the plot of this film. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Rey and the first Sith, as well as the Lost City. Specifically, a description of Rey walking through the tunnels of the Lost City that leads to the Sith location. It's described that one of the walls lies ancient drawings of the first Sith, one of which shows what is said to be the first Sith standing on a large stone structure, raising an ignited red lightsaber blade. It's said that the drawings on the walls glow in many different colors, another of which describes the first Sith drawing consisting of him combating against 3 ancient Jedi with blue lightsabers. It's said that R2's flashlight reveals the drawings on the walls as Rey makes her way to the entrance. It's said that these drawings are inspired by the Egyptian gallery inside of the pyramids, another of which goes over Rey entering the Sith location and finding a scroll written by the first Sith Lord that is said to be the ancient Sith code that differs from the one known in canon material under Disney. So I want to go over a couple of parts about all of this and as to why I'm very excited to see more of the Jedi and Sith lore in Episode 9 by JJ. Now, we do know that JJ Abrams loves the concept of Sith and Jedi, and he wants to explore more of this in Episode 9. In fact, I believe it was EW or ET, it was ET the other day that actually questioned him about Jedi and Sith stuff in Episode 9, and he had to completely dodge the question. So we do know that it's going to be one of the central pieces of the plot of Episode 9, especially for the character of Rey in this story. So what's really intriguing about all of this is, of course, the first Sith, specifically the Sith code. Now, I want to go over this because this is very intriguing. Now, this tunnel system that actually goes on over to the Sith location into the actual Lost City in Episode 9. It's actually described that this actual Sith code differs from the one that is known under the canon version by Disney. Now, in case you guys did not know, basically the Sith code, at least the canon one that a lot of people know of, is an inversion of the Jedi code in Star Wars material right now. So the ancient Sith code actually differs from the Sith code that a lot of Star Wars fans are actually very much used to in the Disney canon. So that's a very interesting thing for sure, how Rey comes across the scroll hidden within this tunnel system that leads to the Lost City. Now, the Lost City, the tunnel system, actually contains a lot of drawings of the first Sith Lord, which is said to consist of many different colors, as R2-D2 and the flashlight actually reveal all the different drawings, and they are deeply inspired by the Egyptian gallery inside of the pyramids in our own world here. So what's really interesting about all of this is that you can see a lot of inspirational pieces by J.J. Abrams from real world, things that are actually a part of history. So how he's putting a lot of these inspirational pieces from, Egyptians and all that, and pyramids and whatnot, and inserting that into Episode 9, I think is a very interesting thing indeed. Now, the other thing that I do want to go over are the 2 drawings of the first Sith Lord, one of which is him using a red ignited lightsaber standing on an ancient structure, which is in the form of a drawing, by the way, and the other of which is him going up against 3 ancient Jedi wielding blue lightsabers. So what's really interesting about all of this, in case you guys did not know, the Lost City is a location between both the Sith and the Jedi. They're both basically cities, ancient ruins, if you will, that actually held a lot of Jedi and Sith, and one of which actually had all to do with the Jedi and Sith once were never enemies. So that's another thing that's very intriguing for sure, because we're going to learn more about exactly what split the Jedi and Sith and exactly where it stands today, because we do know that the Jedi and Sith are nothing but legends at this point in time in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and that's exactly why Rey actually viewed the Jedi as a myth and or a legend, especially the character of Luke Skywalker. So you can see what J.J. Abrams is trying to do. He's trying to deliver something that was promised to be done in The Last Jedi, that was not actually a big thing in that movie. In The Last Jedi marketing, especially the Japanese marketing, it promised a lot of Jedi and Sith lore and ancient mysteries of the Force of the past that would be explored, and we didn't really see a whole lot of that. That might have been an idea that they just put to the wayside and just did away with. That was a part of the marketing of that movie. So now in Episode 9, JJ wants to explore more of this, letting us know more about the first Jedi, the first Sith, the Forbidden Jedi, and even the Prime Jedi. There's a lot of things going on in the Lost City here. It really does remind me, I will say, it really does remind me of Raiders of the Lost Ark, or something like from Tomb Raider, or something like that. That's what I'm imagining in my head. That's all I can imagine in my head right now, is it's something out of Tomb Raider, or something out of Raiders of the Lost Ark, or anything related to Indiana Jones. And that also makes sense, like I said before in my past couple of other videos, that it is also a Lucasfilm property, Indiana Jones, right? So you can really see how there probably are going to be similarities to that in this movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.